Red light's on the camera there still.
It went green.
Oh shit! Time to go.
Actually. Start your engine! Oh wait, that's a different podcast.
Yeah,
We better clap in. Just a second. I'm trying to give the dog a treat, but he is suspicious. There we go. Okay.
A bunch of dishes behind me. Whole pile of dishes behind me. Oh, 3, 2, 1. Yay!
What's with that big pile of dishes behind you, Jason?
There's a little Tetris pile right here. Where's my
Who did that?
Princess dishwasher pants.
Stalling.
Yeah, good job.
So nervous about the podcast today.
I just didn't want to get.
I was like, God, I gotta really clean up around here before we record.
Do a quick little clean up and
make everybody comfortable for the We Can't Pick a Title podcast.
Yeah.
Because BG here.
Oh, JT, right here.
You know, we want you to feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now you know the dishes are done and the floor's swept.
Floor swept, everything's cleaned up, ready to go, you know.
Have this half of a day old brownie eaten.
Oh, snap.
Not
really?
that kind of brownie, though. Sorry.
Not that kind of. Wait.
Well, maybe.
Like a little girl selling cookies?
No.
Oh.
I don't eat those either. Just trying to cut back.
You ate a brownie once. Isn't that a whole thing?
Probably some gross old joke.
I was never a girl.
Children.
Boy Scouts, but I ate a brownie once.
Children are brownies.
Well, what if, because there's got to be like older female leaders.
Those are Pathfinders.
Oh, is that what they're called?
It goes up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know there's a thing.
There's
okay.
like brownies and Girl Guides and then Pathfinders. Depends on your age.
Okay.
You have to kind of rank up or whatever.
Okay. I guess that makes sense because they wouldn't be Boy Scouts anymore. They're Scout leaders.
Yeah.
So they've got to make up some sort of Pathfinders. That's a good...
Yeah.
I like that title.
I can't believe I remembered that.
Yeah, that's great.
Somebody was just talking about on the Denman page the other day. They were talking about this lady that used to live next door to my grandma. And she was our like snowy owl for brownies.
So that's like a senior brownie?
She's like the head leader. So there was like snowy owl and tawny owl and brown owl. Like there were all the different positions for different for the adult parts that were organizing the brownies.
Right.
Girl Guides and Pathfinders.
Snowy
I only got
owl.
up to Girl Guides and then I didn't keep up with it.
Is Girl Guides and brownies are different. Like different organizations,
Girl Guides
right?
was like the blue uniforms. Brownies was like the brown ones.
Oh, okay. And Girl Guides is the cookies.
Like a pixie or whatever.
Snap.
You know, there was like different like
the different levels or whatever.
Forest creatures.
Right, okay.
Like the little fairies. Right. All the different types of fairies, I think, for the types of brownies.
Oh, okay.
Because they'd break you off into groups.
Right. I think the Boy Scouts, it was beavers. But that might have been a different...
That was like the little kids and then the scouts.
Yeah, I think
the beavers was like your kindergartner size ones.
I never went into
No.
Scouts or anything, really. I don't know why.
You would have been adorable in there.
I would have been really good at it, but I think a lot of it was like stuff that we already sort of knew or was taught to us by our dads.
Yeah, you guys could go camping anytime or whatever.
Yeah, and I think...
And maybe the kids were lame or something.
I think that's what it was. I think there was a couple of kids that were in it, and it was just like
a bunch of younger ones.
They'd show off their badges, and they'd wear their uniform to school and stuff. And at the time, it was like...
I don't want to be lumped in with those guys.
I guess if I'm a nonconformist at heart, even back then, it was probably the same, right? It was, I can do that shit on my own.
Yeah.
I can give myself a badge.
My uniforms didn't fit great once I got into being a teenager. Anyway,
oh, yeah?
So.
Like me and my baseball uniforms. There's a sweet picture of me going through my photo albums in my way too tight baseball uniform. And it was like, oh, that's all we had. Like,
we talked about this on an early episode because I talked about like my band camp or like band. Like we had to have uniforms in high school for band.
Oh, right.
And they ordered the biggest size there was, and it didn't fit me.
Aww.
It didn't. And so I was like, well, can you just order the guys' shirts and I'll wear the guys' ones? Because I was already like way past double B by then. But whatever. Uniforms. You know, make sure they fit, you guys. If you're going to make people wear uniforms, be accommodating with the sizes.
Every job I've ever had.
Or let your brownies know up front. There's our uniforms go up to this size, so then here's a specialty lady that will sew them for you. Like, get a hookup, be inclusive, man.
Oh, there you go. You know? They probably do now. It's probably a lot more now.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe not.
It's easier to find.
I was curious about that.
Some of the different groups, they're exclusive. They're like, we don't want you to sell cookies if you're chubby.
Yeah, good call, actually. It's not a good image.
Like,
although,
diabetic little pukes.
It's the whole thing. You never trust a fat chef or a skinny chef.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Anthony Bourdain was a heck of a chef. But
hey, he was more like farm boy built, almost. He was sort of big, and he wasn't skinny.
He was in the beginning.
Was because he was a heroin addict and whatever else.
In the 90s.
Stuff. Yeah, exactly.
In the 90s.
Yeah. That'd be tough to be like all strung out on cocaine and not wanting to eat, but also being a chef.
You just taste weird. Everything.
I guess just a little taste.
You don't have to eat the whole bowl.
Yeah, I guess. Just gotta know it tastes good still.
Or they could be a spitter.
But if you're all jacked up on coke, wow, this is amazing! I've never eaten anything better than this in my life!
Oh my god.
Put it out there!
Maybe not. You'd have to have some skills first. You wouldn't want to be a budding chef.
Right.
Coked out.
Right. Yeah. Unless you're working with weed buds.
Start with the weed.
Budding chef. Yeah.
And then you're going to be like, this hot dog water is great as a base for your broccoli.
Ooh. I like a hot dog broth.
Yep.
Kind of deal. I like it.
You were trying to sell me that on my pierogies the other night.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I don't think I want any.
Was it the hot dog water? With the pierogi water?
I think it was the hot dog water.
Hot dog water?
Because, yeah.
We should just start using the same water over and over.
No.
Use the hot dog water for the broccoli or for the pierogi water, which
seems
also
like
works for the broccoli
water. We're going to have
to
commit to a lot of hot dogs. I
don't
know if
saving
my
water
can
though.
Take that.
Same thing. Hey, do you want to do better for the environment?
And just drinking like 30 times more and peeing like crazy because you're so dehydrated from all the salt.
Just the water isn't even water anymore.
Yeah, have to buy special lotions because your skin's all dried out. Yeah, I assume that's what happens when you eat too many hot dogs. I've never just gone for it to find out.
Yeah, they did that on Workaholics. Yeah. Adam did the whole hot dogs only diet or whatever. Didn't seem to do so good for him, but
well. Yeah. Easy on the go food. Just like a bunch in your pocket, like Frank from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, bend down.
Breakfast sausages.
Eat them out of your pocket.
Man, breakfast sausages, maybe.
That's different.
You get some lined pockets happening there for sure.
Just put some breakfast sausages in a hot dog bun. Some ketchup and mustard.
I still think it's too much bread for me.
Like, what's the difference?
Do people care about your dick-shaped foods?
Maybe. I'd like to know people's opinions. What's it, like? Why is there such a taste difference? Like, what's the difference between straight up like breakfast sausages and hot dogs?
Oh yeah, because I think hot dogs is like all like boiled down leftover bits, all mashed together into like a goo, and then they put it into tube form.
Right.
Whereas like sausages is like ground up actual meat. That's like cuts of meat. And I mean, still not your best cuts of meat, but chopped in there, and then lots of flavor. Like sausages always have lots of
sort of aging or smoking
herbs, or definitely salt still. Yep.
Because is that the only thing? Like, because with the hot dogs, like with straight up wieners.
Yep.
Like, what's the? Because you can eat them raw.
Yeah, because it's already like...
Is it just from all the salt? Like, it's not cooked or smoked or anything, is it?
It's all like mashed and boiled or something and into
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all made into... It's made all into a mash and then probably made into wiener shapes and then boiled or whatever
definitely.
Yeah. Okay, definitely. Okay. That's how it's made, you guys. I'm glad you tuned in to find out that it's definitely...
We'll post a video here. We'll post a link.
Or we might not. We might talk to you about
David Spade?
Strawberries.
It was show a clip. Here's a clip.
Real quick.
He always says that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day!
Oh, yeah. Happy belated Father's Day to all the male parental units in the world.
Didn't want to be too early last week.
You didn't want to be premature. So that's probably how most of us were made. We were all made that way, most of us. Some people were trying, but,
didn't want to make it by mistake, right?
Yeah, whoops.
Hey-o.
Didn't want to surprise you guys.
Yay.
Be like, oh, shit, was that what it is?
Big happy Father's Day to Danny out there, my Papa Bear, big supporter of the show and supporter of us, and just in general and in awesomeness and stuff. He's off doing an auction thing right now and
talking fast
in the Great Plains of Stony. Apparently, he's not even doing the auction. It's all online.
Oh,
he
wow.
went there just to do, I think, probably the
Appraisals.
appraising and getting it all set up for them. And
Nice.
yeah.
Save his voice.
It's all online now. He's like, I can't remember. He said, "Crazy new world," or I can't remember his wording, but yeah, something like that.
He's so good at auctioning too.
Yeah. Well, that's I was like,
have
man,
the right
you're losing out because
for
he's
it.
really good at like
Getting the sales happening.
getting everybody into it and drumming it up, and and really like building up the thing that they're trying to sell.
Yeah, sometimes they do live ones out there too. Like with the horses, they'll do live ones, so you can put in a bid, and then
while it's going
ahead of time, you can do look at it and see what the horse is all about or what it looks like or whatever, and then they'll still have somebody that like brings it in and parades it around, and then you have till a certain time to do your closing at that time.
Because there's that Yorkshire Auction House TV show.
Oh, that was
we
fun.
watched, and it was fun, and so they do live in-house auctions, but they also take online bids for the same auctions, like live streaming.
So stressful.
I watched a couple online, and as an auctioneer, that'd be so tough.
Oh, you'd have to have like a really good your online team and just like the best internet and just like all kinds of disclaimers that if our internet it comes up here at this time, it's not favoritism. This is when it showed up here first.
And that's I think that there is something like that too, where basically it's like it says as it shows up on our end is when your bid officially goes in, kind of deal, or when the auctioneer says it out loud. Basically, is that's the time, So I mean, as they come in online, I don't know if it's like, say if 3 or 4 bids online come in at like say 5, 10, 15, 20. Do they even announce the 5, 10, 15? No. They probably just boom, $20 for this guy.
When they're able to come in.
Yeah.
At least that's how they did it on the auction. When Oh You're Lovely every once in a while does live auctions.
Right.
And one of the owners and another gal do the online side of it because it's all online. Like it's one gal shows you all the stuff, and then it's happening online, and then it's
that'd be tough to do.
Yeah, and then they tell you who got it, and some people are like, hey, because it's like coming up on the screen, you're watching that you got yours in before the other person, but that's just your internet saying that you're in there before the other person's internet is, and it comes down to whoever's like sitting in front of the screen at the actual auction place.
I'm eating a strawberry.
How's your strawberries, Jason?
Really, really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That
really tasty.
That way of keeping them fresh seemed to work.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the jar in the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a little clamshell pack of strawberries from town, and just rinsed them off really good. I don't do a whole like vinegar and stuff. Some people do a little dash of vinegar and like soak them in the water for a little bit of time and then drain them.
Weird.
Yeah, I guess it's supposed to keep it from molding.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then you put them on like a towel or something to like dry them off, or I just let them air dry on the counter there or a bowl or whatever, and then stuck them in a jar and put the lid on, and it's like 3 days in, and like they look great.
Yeah, they're tasty still. They're like crisp still. You can bite right through them still. I like that.
Yeah. Our strawberries are coming in the garden. There's lots popping in, but they haven't ripened yet because we've had a bit of cooler weather the last week or so. Has actually been cooler.
Hey. Like that kind of cooler?
Yeah, but it's not helping my strawberries. Other people are saying their strawberries are happening, so I'm guessing, this is supposed to be some warm weather this week, so maybe we'll have some.
Pop it up. Yeah.
I got some straw actually put around it. Jason picked me up some straw.
Damn it, I was going to look that up.
And you were wondering if that's why strawberries are called strawberries.
I get it. As it's blueberries. Okay, I get.
Maybe they used the stems as straws.
Oh, strawberries. Okay.
I don't fucking know. I don't think they're hollow. Anyways.
And like rasp, I thought maybe because they're sort of like they're out on the outside. They're sort of like a rasp.
Lots of little bumps.
Yeah. So I might have to look that up now too.
Maybe because the sticks are really scratchy and hurt you.
Oh, okay.
Our raspberries aren't doing much this year. I
Raspberries.
don't think I was feeding them enough last year. Super sandy soil, so I got some horse manure on there and then some 444 organic fertilizer, so that's been helping too. Yeah, the whole rest of the garden's taken off.
So one thing I did look up
What'd you look up,
from
Jason?
last week is SCOT-FREE.
Oh, right.
And where does SCOT-FREE come from?
Yeah, who started that?
There's 2 different things. In Macbeth by, Billy Shakespeare. It says, you may recall the line, "We have scotched the snake, not killed it." which means that the snake is scratched or injured. So the original expression Scot-free meant uninjured or even unmarked. And then very quickly became Scot-free.
Right.
The other term, this is the more sort of accepted term, I guess, is Scot, S-K-O-T, was an early Icelandic and Old Norse word for payment or tax.
So payment-free?
Yeah, and it says it came into Middle English as bescot and French as escot. But it says Scot-free literally means exempt from tax. So it has since been broadened to indicate exempt from punishment, as in the prisoner got off scot-free.
Okay.
Yeah, it said before that the poor was exempt from tax. They were too poor to even be taxed, which would be nice nowadays. Yeah, exactly.
Salty, can you take your squeaky toy outside if you're going to play with it? Because we're just recording a podcast right now.
That'd be hilarious if he just doodle-doo right outside.
He was chewing on his bone earlier, you guys, so hopefully
he's a pretty good, smart boy. But
yeah, he's a good boy.
We'll see. I don't know if he's that considerate.
Yeah. Like, he might have just been like, hey, you want to go outside and play squeaky toys?
You guys can push pause on that,
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah,
thanks for finding that out for us, Jason. And the crowd goes wild.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Having fun and living life and loving it and
oh yeah. Living and loving the life, man.
What about Afterlife? We talked last week about Upload. The show Upload and like how they make like digital afterlives for people that are dead.
Oh, right.
And we talked about, they had the Lakeview one. And then afterwards I thought like we never really touched on what would if you could build your own, because that's sort of part of the show too, is they're making open source code so people can just build their own, like a Minecraft kind of thing. You just build your own afterlife kind of deal, or whatever it would be.
I think I'd like to have an afterlife that still has some surprises and nuance to it. Like, I think maybe have more of a general overtone of like, I want it to be happy.
Oh yeah, I would hope so.
I mean, maybe as opposed to just fucking pain and suffering,
just normal life or whatever.
Yeah, so you think it's still real, just sore back and an ingrown nail or something.
Sure, that would suck.
Yeah,
that's what I don't like about Upload is when they go through that. They go through that kind of stuff at Upload. I'm like, but why would you do that to yourself or have that happen? Like, yeah.
Okay. I think like, be lighter, I'm okay being who I am and what I look like and stuff, but like it'd be nice to not be as heavy, so
less gravity,
either less gravity or just not so chubby, and
or just like able to teleport yourself or something.
No, that's okay. I like the actually moving around. I'd probably want to have like lots of animals and all of that, but like have people that like were a part of it that help to make sure that the animals were looked after, but that it was done, the way, like, stick with the program and it's all just happens. And
so, like, you wouldn't want to go and be scooping poop for horses?
No, I got other things. Maybe I'm painting, or maybe I'm downloading a book.
I could just see the poop, like, actually just, like, as soon as it hits the ground, it actually just like
it goes over to the garden and then
sparkles.
Just turn it makes the flowers better or something, so I don't have to. It composts itself, and then
or it's like cotton candy and delicious.
Bokashi bins it back up. Nice. Yeah, I don't know, some sort of magic like that.
Auto composting horse poop.
Yeah, and then being able to like contact and see everybody you want, like to be able to go to the family reunion and just be able to like. Just be there, like no pneumatic tube or whatever, because that's what goes into my head, and then I'm like, oh, motion sickness. And I'm like, oh, I guess I wouldn't want to be motion sick.
You don't want to get stuck in one.
Yeah, just too chubby for the pneumatic tube.
Squeaker.
Okay, just a sec. Maybe I can trade him for another toy. This one.
Squeaker's back and he's gonna be in trouble. Hey now, the Squeaker's back. Hey, and you know that he loves squeaking. Hey,
trying to play with the.
And also has a squeaker.
Oh well,
but it's harder to get to. Yay!
Yeah, I think that'd be my thing, so I can still see the people I want to see, but still be remote, you know, but be able to travel easily to be like, oh, I want to go visit family, and then just like be able to, okay, be there at whatever time, and then like bloop, be able to just
like family that's alive or family that's dead.
Whatever.
Oh, okay.
You know, whatever. Yeah. Maybe there's some sort of program where I can like, you know, they can come meet up with me in their virtual whatever, like or like in the show or
okay, yeah.
You know.
Okay.
I don't think I'd want to be trying to download and stuff.
If it was safe.
Yeah.
Download into a clone or walk around on like an iPad or something, visiting family.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't think I'd ever want that for myself. Like I think I'm okay to just
die and
to go back
happens.
into the stardust that is. But you know, I can see the appeal for people that want to hang on longer, and you know, they have those real deep connections and. Yeah. How's
your buddy there?
He's like, well, if you're gonna take that toy away, I'm gonna. Don't bite my hand. No, I know you're being gentle, but that's not part of the game. Okay, there you go. See you later. No, shoo away. Not part of the game. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
We'll be out in a little bit, bud, and we'll play.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have a dog that doesn't try to play with me when I'm busy, but he's a pretty great guy. Yeah. Okay, Here we go. Now I'm playing with him again anyway. Yeah, it happens. But he's not chewing my hand, so that's good.
It happens.
Yeah, Jason, so why don't you tell us what yours would look like?
I think mine would be a lot more like sort of Neo in the Matrix.
Now I'm traveling to space, and now I'm up in this tree, and now I'm hanging out with this guy, and now I'm inside the body of a whale, and you know, I'm traveling through its heart.
Yeah, like every day it'd be like, what do we want to do today? I want to swim in a giant bowl of spaghetti.
Right, you know, every time.
Next day it'd be like, what do I want to do today?
I gotta wash this spaghetti off, but it's totally worth it.
I want to fly.
It's just orange.
And break rocks as I fly, so I can fly through the earth and just go right to the Earth's shelf mantle thing.
And all the animals are like,
falling
just
in.
Kidding.
Yeah, you know, it happens.
Just kidding. It's okay. It's only virtual.
But if it's all virtual, then it's not really real, and it's all still a simulation.
Really consequences
but
other than
still
for
fun.
The programmers.
You know, I'd still go with it and still be fun. And, you know,
just the right.
And then all my friends and family and all that stuff too. It'd be awesome to be able to see all those folks and
connect with people.
And I'd like to it all depends on the rules of the place, I guess.
What are the rules?
What are the rules?
What are the rules?
You know, because I assume Digital Afterlife would have came after, say, like Jimi Hendrix died, or so you couldn't hey, I want to have a conversation with Einstein, right? Then, I could probably make something up, but it wouldn't be the same.
Clips of stuff from his books,
but say
or something.
Celebrities or folks that are sort of heroic now. Mm-hmm. It'd be kind of neat,
or somebody you want to learn from. You're like, this forging master, I want to
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Or Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
Say, we were talking with him, and just be able to hey, let's sit down and
have some street food together.
Cocaine and some street food.
I don't think I'd do the cocaine part, but probably just, I guess if it's cocaine from back then, there's no fentanyl in it, so you might be a tiny bit safer.
Yeah, it's a Digital Afterlife cocaine, so it's totally safe.
Still gonna make your nose bleed, and you're gonna feel like shit the next day.
No. It's totally
just
good.
Murderous plots.
That's the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually, you wouldn't just go full dark side and just make it like a horror movie. I guess if you could change it all the time, that'd be the fun part.
Yeah,
if you
for
could.
Sure. Yeah, and that'd be the thing. Is one day I'd put oh my god, a dragon is attacking the village. Well, I'll come to the safety, blah, 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 and ride my Pegasus around with a giant flaming sword and shink, right?
Okay.
It'd be fun for all.
Just smells like burnt feathers everywhere because you try to holster it. And it's into the Pegasus. It's just glaring at you from the corner.
But unlimited feathers on the Pegasus, right?
Yeah, they can grow back.
That'd be the tough part, though, is because eventually, it'd be like God mode when you're playing a video game.
Yeah.
Eventually you're just
do whatever you want.
Do whatever I want. Gets old sometimes, but would it?
Yeah, I don't know. If there's no consequences.
Yeah.
Well, I think you'd just go nuts for a while, and then you'd go actually nuts.
You probably, legit nuts. But that'd be fun, too.
The creativity part of the beginning part.
We'll say eccentric.
Fun. Eccentric.
I like that word much better than go nuts.
Yeah, I'd also be a very snappy dresser because size wouldn't matter.
Good call. Yeah.
It'd just be super snappy dresser.
Ooh, yeah. I'd be wearing a fucking kingpin suits.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Might as well.
I could wear a kingpin suit that's also tough like a suit of armor. So that would be me up on the Pegasus.
Okay.
You know.
Just well dressed like you're getting dropped off at the casino.
Ooh, I like that.
You guys could do the shows in Vegas.
Ooh, it'd be like a griffin instead of a Pegasus, because that's more fun.
Okay.
You know.
Because then it's like an eagle part.
And the eagle.
How do you see over the eagle head? That's what I want to know when you ride it. Like, you know, that's going to be difficult for it to fly. But
you're just like looking down, like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
How do you see around a Pegasus head?
Well, they kind of go out and then up a little bit, but like I'm imagining like a big ass, like, because it's always like a giant eagle head that's like as wide as the horse's shoulders or the lion's shoulders when it's a griffin. I feel like if you're up on the back there, you're going to have trouble seeing around it.
Okay.
Unless you're in flight and then you're just like looking over the side, I guess maybe.
Maybe do like a...
Maybe you wouldn't have trouble with that because you're dead and you just make it so you could like see through.
See through griffin neck.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just put a little hole in there.
There's my new band name.
Yeah.
We are see-through griffin neck.
Put on some special goggles and then you can...
I like it.
You know?
I like it.
Just blow the feathers out of the way and it's all clear underneath.
The feathers? Oh, yeah. I see. Okay. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, and then climb in because you're like...
Stay warm.
And I'm a griffin.
And I'm a griffin. Ooh,
my name's Peter. Family Guy reference, Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin laugh.
Nah, I can't do it either.
I can sometimes get it dead on, but sometimes not.
Depends what he's doing. If he's fighting a chicken or...
I love that we just discussed the logistics of flying animals so completely.
Well, you know, we get bogged down sometimes in our creativity, but it's okay. Well, you want to make sure it's like got some sort of rules.
What are the rules? I don't know.
Anyways, yeah.
Ultimate Digital Afterlife. I was just kind of curious about.
Just like try out some planets and
you know.
Yeah, I think it'd be great if you can like switch it all up. I'd be really okay with it just being like home too, like you know what I mean, like just. Yeah,
I'd go with that.
You know what I mean?
Like you're sort of not your ultimate home, but just a nice place and your own.
Yeah.
Like a self-growing garden.
Right, yeah, or the fridge just refills with what you need to eat out of it, and you don't have to take the time to cook. You can just, like, if you like cooking, then you could just do that, but it doesn't take up your whole day. Like, you could spend 3 hours prepping vegetables if that really gets you going, and then still have those 3 hours within the day if you wanted.
Well, and I guess technically there'd be no hours in the day.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be the first thing, right? Is I'd obliterate any kind of, like, I only got 8 hours, 24 hours here. I only got so much to do, and I'm going to feel guilty if I don't do it all. And Yeah. That'd be the first thing to go.
But maybe because it's a construct, they have to, like, shut you down and re-upload.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Right.
You know?
So maybe you could, like, fast forward yourself chopping the vegetables so you still feel it like normal time and still feels fun and awesome.
Yeah.
But to the rest of the day... You know, you've gone through in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, kind of deal. That could sort of work maybe.
I don't know if I care about... I'd probably just get like a mandolin or like one of those super choppers. And then you just put all your shit in a cupboard and then it just like cleans itself.
Oh, okay.
It cleans itself in air quotes because it's all fake anyway.
It literally just disappears and reappears.
Yep.
Unplug and replug your dishes.
Yeah, little glitch. You just have to keep redoing the zucchini.
That'd be great.
God damn it. There it is again.
Thump, thump, thump. Knock on the side of the thing. Yeah.
Like, come on.
More zucchini, please.
It's enough damn zucchini.
I like it. Now you're talking like replicators and Star Trek stuff too,
well,
right?
you know, I assume it'd be kind of like that in Afterlife.
Right, I guess.
If you got to upload.
If you're not really eating the thing anyways.
Yeah.
But tasting the thing.
Upload. I liked that when they came back into the real world in the actual show, that because they didn't have the smells quite figured out when they went back into like the real world, all the smells were like freaking super strong. Yeah, so like the one person likes onions on their hot dog and it was just like grossing the other person out so bad.
And he was going around licking everything, trying to taste.
Oh, in the beginning when he first got
goes in there.
Oh.
He's going around licking everything and
once he got into the real world.
Taste everything, yeah.
I might have slept on that part.
Yeah. And then I think he starts humping stuff.
Yeah.
Gets the feeling going.
You have to watch the show.
I don't want to spoil any spoilers for
it was like 3 seconds of a scene. Now everybody's like, well, I'm not watching it because of that AI guy's going and humping stuff. Inanimate objects, don't worry.
So? What have you been up to? What have you been watching lately?
I don't remember.
You don't remember what you fell asleep watching last night?
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Yeah, the Golden Girls was pretty okay.
Not so bad.
Yeah, it's a catchy tune.
Catchy theme song there. What do you think? Is that more popular than the Cheers theme song? Like if you were to, say at a party, you were to bust out, like, thank you for being a friend, just start the first couple lyrics. Would everybody able to catch on? And same with Cheers.
Depends on the age
That's
group.
got to be like the two.
What's the Cheers song again?
Oh shit!
I got Night Court in my head.
Oh my god! It's the one about everybody knows your name. Everybody knows your name.
And they're always glad you came.
You wanna be where you can't see. The purples are all the same.
The purples are all the same?
I don't know. I just sort of make it up.
Okay.
The purples are all the same.
Troubles?
You wanna be where everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
That
right.
way, if you don't know the lyrics, you can just get away with still singing it.
Yeah, you're like, I'm scatting.
See?
People are like, yeah, me too, right in my shorts.
Oh, gross.
Because of the song.
So I'm going to say Golden Girls. More
I
popular.
think Golden Girls, too.
Yeah.
It's one of those shows that I was always happy to see it on, and they kind of, I think there was like, you get that many women living together, and well, just being around each other, you're going to have like some personality conflicts, right? And
Oh, yeah.
they're within like 25 years age of each other, or 20 for sure, probably.
Yeah. 53 to 80.
Okay, yeah. So there's a pretty big age gap there.
Yeah.
And then different lifestyles, like conservative teacher and old school Sicilian grandma.
Right, yeah. And the innocent farmer girl, Rose.
Yeah,
and
widowed.
Then, yeah, and then slutty Blanche.
Blanche.
She's they call her slutty. I'm not calling her slutty.
No.
They call her slutty.
No, she's vivacious, I
Oh,
think.
that's
is
a
what
good word.
She
I
calls
like
herself.
that. Yeah.
I loved the show
Southern
growing
Belle.
up. We didn't watch it much, but,
Oh, okay.
the episodes that I did catch, I was always like right into. And I didn't realize how sarcastic.
Just slices left, right, and center.
I always felt uncomfortable with Dorothy, but I think she's just so dry.
And like
Rose and Blanche were my
almost,
favorites, and Sophia, those were my favorites growing up. And then Dorothy, I was like, God, she's such a bitch, but it's really well written.
I love it. It holds up humor wise really, really well. I laugh out loud quite often per episode.
Yeah.
And then
so
lots
good.
of little or snaps, those kind of and not like in a ironic this was done in the 80s way, still holds up now.
Yep.
And lots of unexpected quips and jokes that I usually can I call it pre-writing because I know what they're about to say. I know blah blah blah. This is blah blah blah, and then
it's a bit formulaic most shows.
But on this, it's just a lot of out of left field. You're like, I never would have thought that was what was going to come out of her mouth, and
I like that they deal with all different kinds of stuff. Like the one episode we watched recently was Dorothy's a teacher, and she winds up she's tutoring this kid, and then she enters
AC
his.
Slater.
Yeah, even younger from when he was in
from Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell. I didn't get to watch that one much either, but she enters his poem in without letting him know into this competition, and then it turns out his family is illegal aliens, they didn't have their papers in order yet, and he had to get freaking deported. And I was like, holy shit, this is heavy subject matter, and the guilt she feels and how she's trying to make him promises, but
And I like the reality of it, that there was no like...
That there was consequences.
Exactly. That it's like, oh shit, this happened, and it was sort of technically her fault because she entered him into the contest that had the publicity, but also...
Rose is right.
It's not her fault.
They should have had their papers together,
exactly,
right? You know, it's not her fault. And the little discussions they have around their cheesecake in the middle of the night at the kitchen table. Yeah, I just love that
part.
Yeah.
Constantly just... Well, if we're gonna be up all night, we're gonna need some snacks. So they start busting out the cheesecake and the chocolate sauce and whipped cream and everything. Yeah,
Golden Girls is definitely like a feel good show. I get why your friend Tom was like, he had all the VHS and like was, or did he have DVDs? Probably DVDs by then.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my God, it's a show about a bunch of old ladies. Like, how old are you? But when we watch it, it's super nostalgic. It's so comfortable to watch. I mean, there's some things that are a little cringy and uncomfortable, like Betty White's character ends up being Rue McCallahan's like personal assistant for a while, so they wind up kind of talking about slavery, and because she's from the South, there's a little bit of a language that you're like, oh, okay, you know, and they do point out the uncomfortableness of slavery, right? Because that's, you know, you make somebody do stuff for you, you just say they're being your slave, but
I can't remember how she words it. She said something about like
the Flugen or whatever.
Yeah, but
Roses.
Blanche basically was like, back in the day, I wouldn't have had to ask or something like that. Is some a little line like that? You're like, ooh, you know,
because she comes from the deep South, and there was her daddy owns a plantation, and so there just probably was slaves when she was growing up and stuff. And not that she thinks it's right or anything, but
she'd be 53 then, and. Yeah, it would have been close to when she was a kid. Yeah. It would have been probably close. And definitely workers, you know, like underpaid workers, black workers for sure. Yeah. But everything else, like as far as holding up, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, like,
even
almost very good.
Any of the like LGBTQ stuff was like...
And she's got a lesbian friend from college or whatever.
Yeah, and they weren't sure, like, do we just let people know, or do you want, is it like, are we keeping it a secret? And I like that the response basically, like, to the other roommates is they're like, I don't care. It's like, you know, basically, unless you're going to be in my bed, it doesn't matter to me. And I was like, oh, maybe that's where I kind of like felt the same way. And I mean, my mom was sort of the same way too. She's like, it's none of my business what you're doing and who you're doing it with, as long as everybody's consenting and of age.
Well, that's what I like about it, is like that her friend being a lesbian isn't the plot.
No.
I mean, in a weird, it sort of is. It's what's driving a little bit of it, but like the controversy or whatever is that Rose thinks that, or the other two think that Rose is in love, or she's in love with Rose, or or she says that she thinks she's fallen in love with Rose.
She has feelings for her because her partner's passed away, and then her partner was Pat, and they didn't know that Pat wasn't a man.
Right. And I like that, like being a lesbian, she's not a slut or a whatever. Oversexed or anything. She's been in a relationship for how long?
Yeah, for sure. And to just, they're just out chumming around and having fun. And Rose doesn't know that Pat wasn't a man, and you know, like they navigate the whole like friendship, you know, like because people can have friends with people that they're attracted to, or be friends with people they're attracted to, and I think if you really care about the person, it doesn't matter if you're like that you're just friends. And if it does matter that you're just friends, then that's gross, because then you're like expecting more from somebody, and you're like, oh, I got put in the friend zone. It's like, well, their friendship doesn't mean anything to you. Like, you only want it just if they're going to put out.
Yes and no. I think that's a pretty, like, I wouldn't say it's gross. I would say it's a tough spot to be in.
It can hurt your feelings if somebody doesn't find you sexy back or desire you back. But
well, I think the whole friend zone thing, I think, has really been taken to like a weird, aggressive kind of attitude type of thing, where like, you've put me in the friend zone, so fuck you. You know, when it's, to me, it was never. I was friends with lots of girls growing up, and I enjoyed being friends with them.
Yeah, you didn't write them off because they didn't
No.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
But lots of people do.
Had something like that turned into something else.
Yeah.
I definitely would have been up for it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been like, well, we're too good of friends, so I don't want to ruin that. Mm-hmm. And so, to me, to hear you say that it's gross feels sort of like, well, does that mean I was gross for being friends with them, but
no.
possibly hoping for maybe more? I don't know what hoping is.
No, I think if you're going to write people off because you're in a friend zone with them and that they don't mean enough to you to still continue to be friends they're not going to take it to the next level. I can understand not wanting to be around the person while they're taking it to the next level with other people, that's just not comfortable for you and you can't be around it.
Yeah.
But there are people that are just like, okay, well, if man or woman, if they don't put out, because I've put in my time wooing them or befriending them or whatever, and then when the person doesn't want to take it to the next level, that they just write them off and they're like, well, fuck you, I'm not just going to be in the friend zone.
And I think legit, like, I think it's more where, like, guys try to be friends hoping for more right off the bat, as opposed to I made friends with this person because we get along and we talk and we bullshit and it's all good and it's all fun. And then, I guess to me there's a difference between the two, between like, and then I don't know, honestly, because I've done that. I've literally been that guy and been like, hey, I know that we're friends and good friends, but do you think there's any chance that anything more could ever come out of this or whatever?
No, that's cool.
And then when it's a no, no, I just want to stay friends, and that's fine. That's totally awesome. It very rarely ends up being kosher again.
Mainly. Oh, okay. And, like once you make your
feelings known? And this is just from my own experiences. I was very cool with still being friends because, okay, it's good to know. Let's still hang out and let's still bullshit and whatever we're doing,
But you're not going to keep pushing up on them.
But it seemed like from them, it was very different and a lot more standoffish. And eventually it turned into just not being friends. And, the hanging out after school 3-4 times a week turns into maybe once a week and then turns into nothing.
Well, maybe they're scared they're going to lead you on because that's something that's really pushed on girls too, is that we're not supposed to lead people on.
Yeah. And to me, it just sort of felt more like, oh, that's what he wants, people. And I don't want that. So if that's all that he wants, when it wasn't at all, so, and there's definitely, like, I've had friends because I had lots of friends that were girls growing up, quite a few.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then other times when I have sort of said that or not said that, then it's been totally cool and we've gone back to just hanging out and having fun and been totally fine. So, every situation is different, but I just don't like that now. And maybe it is way more aggressive with kids and teens and boys and stuff where it's like, you know what, you put me in the friend zone? Well, fuck you then. That kind of, I don't know. I honestly think that's a lot of Facebook sort of rhetoric pushing that kind of agenda and sort of stuff myself, but just going from a guy, and because we were friends, we knew each other, we hung out, we liked each other, and I always still wanted more, because if I can be friends and more, then why not? So like it's a tough situation to be in the friend zone and still hoping for more, but also being content with being friends. Yeah,
like seeing people dating other people and stuff.
And that's tough. Yeah. That's definitely tough.
Yeah, I can see why people just wouldn't want to hang around with them, watching them fall in love with somebody else.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, that's my sort of
got all worked up about friend zone there.
Well, I just hearing the term gross and things like that, and I'm like, I get it. I know what you're saying.
It's just about
if it's just about that, and then that's it. Well, fuck you, see you later.
Comfortable in the friend zone, otherwise you're not actually a friend.
Well, and then to me, that just means you're not actually that person.
Yeah.
Even. Like, you've literally just changed who you are, thinking that's who I want to see and hear. Mm-hmm. And then, now that I'm not going along with that, you just totally change your whole attitude and stuff. Like, that's not cool at all.
Weird. Yeah, you don't want to go with those people anyway.
And we're back.
And we're back. Jeez, and this little tickle's gone out of his throat there.
Oh, man. This break brought to you by Ricola.
And the Friend Zone.
A new segment called the Friend Zone.
Friend Zone.
I like it.
Meet me in the friend zone.
You're not gonna get any.
We're not hooking up, but we can have fun. We can still laugh and do stuff and be supportive of each other. Even if you're weird, man. Because we're pretty weird too, sometimes.
Yeah.
Jason gets off on his tangent road.
Hey, I got to defend the friend zoners out there a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, well, I think a friend zone's a great place to be. Like if you're like having trouble letting go and still really lusting after the other person, I mean, definitely don't spend a bunch of time around them. Maybe step back and concentrate on your own interests or whatever for a bit instead of being like, what whole... metaphorically do I need filled in my life that I'm like looking to this other person to like complete me? It's like, am I not feeling safe? Like, what am I feeling when I'm around them? That's what I'm looking for, whether it's companionship or friendship or just getting your junk wet or
it's usually
whatever.
Just getting my junk wet.
Yeah, sometimes it's maybe hit the lake more. We got solutions, right in.
I've never been like that at all.
In the lake?
Yeah. Ew, gross. That's my friend zone.
You hate
friend
lakes.
zone, the lake.
Yeah, well, you don't want banging in the lake.
I'm an ocean guy.
I think, more people bang in the ocean than want to admit.
Oh. Like people? Or?
Oh, people, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's explore that tangent road, shall we?
That's what I've heard. At Smelt Bay.
Do you think because it's a bigger body of water?
I think because there's more opportunities to not get caught, maybe. Okay. And you're just out there and you're all slippery anyway. And
it's not like landlocked, sort of.
Summer loving or whatever.
I would have thought the opposite because of the freshwater versus saltwater.
Yeah, there's probably lots of people banging in the freshwater, but you don't want to be popping a bunch of water up there because,
Well, but that's what I'm saying.
Lake and ocean critters all around.
But ocean critters and salt? That can't
I don't know. It's saline.
Oh, so it sort of cleans it.
I don't know. I wouldn't. Get out the turkey baster and use that as your new regimen or anything.
No, I was just
not recommending that.
Massengill seawater.
I think there's like a way of doing it where you're not like coming all the way out and then going back in and pushing a bunch in there.
Right.
It's more like a just docking situation.
Enter and then dive into the water together?
Yes, that's what I'm recommending.
Yeah, okay. That's what
you're going to want to walk like crabs down the beach, 4 legs all connected with a towel around you.
Waddle in there. All right.
That's what I'm recommending.
Okay, I like it.
Right. Yeah.
6 tips by BG.
And probably wear some sunscreen. You might want to get the spray tan all around or spray sunblock all around.
Do you think that there's just more people that are witnessed doing it in the ocean?
I think more people
because lakes are more like locked in,
Yeah.
As opposed to like an ocean where there's like tons of hotels and apartment buildings a lot of times.
Well, and I guess it maybe depends on if it's cold ocean water or if it's like warm ocean water. Because somebody was saying in a comment section somewhere recently that their friend had like gashed their arm open or their leg or something. Right. That was a good tie-in, right?
Yeah.
They'd hurt themselves, and so they were like, they had recommended to their friend to like go into the water to like have it clean it.
Oh, right.
In the ocean, and they're from like the Pacific Northwest, which is like up where we are. So it's like cold ocean water, which is gonna like draw out infection and take down inflammation and stuff. Okay. They were in like
I was thinking
the tropics.
Oh,
so there was like all kinds of extra bacteria that can live at that level.
For sure.
So they had like full super infection within 2 days and had to be like hospitalized and then could finally fly home.
That's brutal.
Yeah. So I wouldn't have thought about it either, though, right? Like, because I
would have thought the salt water more than the coldness.
Yeah, well, the saline too, but I don't know if it's more salinicious up here than it is down at the equator where it's warmer.
I would definitely ask, because that's one of my weird bugaboos of, like, if there's alligators in the water or sharks or something, I can deal with that. Mm-hmm. But I can't fight a bacteria.
Something that just goes up your wiener hole?
Antibiotics and penicillin and stuff, but I can't like see it coming.
When you're swimming in the river?
Get away, bacteria.
Yeah.
And little weird microscopic hornworms that go into your urethra and make their way up there. And exactly. Skin. No, thank you.
There's rat ones. There's 3 different types on, like in Canada. Bot flies.
In Canada?
Yeah.
Oh,
somebody
crazy.
on one of the naturalization pages or so, one of these, like, it's a nature page, and this gal, she saw a bird and she's taking a picture. It's kind of gory thing to talk about, but it had like this weird, like, it looked like it had a brown hat on until I like got looking at it better. It was like this small little fledgling bird, and it was like something gross growing up there. And she's like, hey, anybody know what this is? What should I do? And then they wound up and people in the comments said, hey, it's probably like this growth, or it's a type of bot fly that grows in there and just like got in the little pore. And so they took it in. I guess it was like some sort of virus or something, and they took it into the avian center, and they said prognosis isn't good for the little guy, but he won't be in pain anymore. But
I wonder, because I know, like, not all bot flies can, like, transfer over to humans and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's ones, like, they figured it was the rat style one. There's a rat bot fly or whatever, and they said that's what will usually grow in, like, other mammals. So if, like, a human gets it, or if, like, this little bird, baby bird. Jason's batting at flies because we have the door open. What were we thinking?
Yay!
Summertime. Salty likes to go in and out.
Summertime.
Yeah.
Want to go outside and enjoy the summertime?
Probably should. Do you have anything, any would you rathers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. Got some would you rathers.
Mm-hmm. It's a popular segment.
Oh, it's a sort of summary, I guess. Would you rather eat only burgers for a week or only ice cream for a week?
I think we asked this one last time. I'd go burgers because then I could choose different types of burgers, or find like a good veggie burger with lots of lettuce, or do one of those ones without the bun.
Good call.
That would be my stipulation gene all over that one. Okay, and you?
I got to go with burgers for sure. Yeah, because just for the same reason, and nutrition-wise, I can make a burger more nutritious than I can make ice cream. Yeah, I think. Like, I guess it depends on the ice cream. Can I add like
have fruit? You can make it whatever you want.
I guess. Does that count?
It could be nice cream.
Yeah. What's that?
It could be nice cream.
What's nice cream?
It's like vegetarian ice cream. Ooh. It's because it's nice to cows, right? It's like made with like almond or coconut or whatever.
But is that better for me nutritionally to sustain me for a week?
Well, it's going to be less artery clogging because it'll be less fat.
Oh, that's a good point.
So you'll probably less sluggish and less mucousy, probably, because of the less dairy.
Okay. So that's a bonus.
Yeah.
So the burgers, they might sluggish me up a little bit. But I could have a chicken burger every now and then, or a chicken burger.
There you go.
All right. Or turkey burger.
You could.
Yeah. So I'm still going to go with burgers.
Me too.
Yay!
Turkey burgers it is. Macaroni salad or potato salad?
Oh,
it's a trick question for the audience.
You know that one already. It's macaroni salad, of course.
Okay, Jason loves.
I do love potato salad. I like your potato salad.
Oh, thanks.
More than especially.
Oh, well.
But if I was to say put your best macaroni salad versus your best potato salad,
I go for potato all the time.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. But you're a macaroni kid.
There wouldn't even be a question for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% macaroni salad. Yeah, every time.
His little Brenda, one of favorite Brenda meal.
Yeah,
from Mom.
Favorite meal.
Yeah,
made the right way. There's definitely I've had macaroni salads like the old KFC ones and stuff. It's like
Or it's
what
just
the fuck is in this? It makes my
poison sauce.
Something burning my tongue.
Yeah.
But not in like a spicy burn, in like a chemical vinegar burn.
It's the preservative.
You know, yeah.
Because it's like kind of half pickled.
So when they make it that way, I'm like, no, that's not macaroni salad.
That's wrong. That's
wrong.
Bad.
Bad KFC.
Yeah, we don't eat there anyway.
Yeah.
You just get Lee's chicken if we're
certainly.
Once every 4 or 5 years when the timing all meshes up and we're in town.
Should see if Lane 8 will go there for us one day.
Pay him double.
Yeah,
and buy him a bucket of chicken.
We'd probably just go to town and do it then, I guess.
Yeah, we'll just get some.
Cost the same. Yeah.
Anyways.
I
had another one there.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe it's gone. Maybe it'll be a next week thing.
Okay.
Yep.
I got this one that I never did ask before, I don't think.
Okay.
Because it's dumb.
Okay.
Would you rather be stuck as a character in Friends or in Breaking Bad?
Oh, God. Do I get to pick the character?
Sure, you can be your own character.
Oh, your own character?
Yeah. Or make up your own.
You know. And so it'd probably be that time that it's going on to, like the 90s for Friends and stuff. Yeah,
that's more fun. Yeah.
I think 19-year-old me would have been Friends all the way.
Okay.
But I think adult me would go with the Breaking Bad, especially if you kind of knew what was going on. You know what I mean? Like you'd seen the movie before, kind of a thing, and then you could just go and assimilate into it, and you had to like have your uploaded into a show.
Right. If you weren't just like Breaking Bad just happened in front of you, and you're like, holy shit! Now I'm involved.
You could still go and mix up stuff in there. Like you could go and get whoopsed right off the bat or something. Meddle a little bit in their stuff.
Yeah. I'm really kind of torn.
You'd try to seduce Jesse. Be like, don't do science, man. Don't do science. You want to do poems. Just
sell meth with your poems.
You could get so many more meths with this poem. I don't understand drugs.
I don't understand how it works.
I don't know. I just stick with weed. Or poems, really.
So, like, part of me wants to do Friends. Because it seems fun and light and stress-free, and they never seem to worry about their rent money or, it's all relationship-based stuff. So that's
they're
the
all
part
trying
that
to
I'm
hook
like,
up.
I don't want any of that shit,
Relationships are the worst.
The Breaking Bad part, oh my God, can you imagine?
Sorry. And then Breaking Bad.
The Breaking Bad seems like a lot of high intensity stress.
Yeah.
And everything, which I'm not a fan of, but also
there's
I
the
like
chicken
guns
man
and
has
shooting,
fried chicken.
and there's fried chicken, and I don't like meth, but there's money.
I like that there's a pool
off meth
at the people's house.
There's a pool, Walter White's got a nice pool in the backyard.
Yeah.
So
there's
I think I would probably still go with Breaking Bad overall.
Yeah.
If I could be, like you said, sort of either a key character that's, cool and respected and has no targets. Mike Ehrmantraut or something from Breaking Bad would be pretty sweet,
That'd be deadly.
I think he got into a few kerfuffles that'd be
shit kicked here and there too.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
He's badass.
So
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be the character in either one of them though.
Yeah, I would definitely pick I don't know, Transformers or something. I don't know, some other show.
Yeah, I'd be like the neighbor that lived down the hall across the street from the Friends.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. I was gonna say like Larry from Three's Company, or
Yeah.
Like just pick a different show, like Home Improvement. You could be Wilson.
Mrs. Roper.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
Mrs. Roper would be great.
Yep. Oh, we were talking about doing Golden Girls cosplay. And why don't you see any kind of things like that? Golden Girls themed
I think there
parties.
is. I think there's like a whole big walk that they go down. I can't remember what street, but it's
they do the Roper one.
Do they?
Yeah,
that's maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. I think in the States the Golden Girls is more popular. There's even flowers named after it at Oh, you're lovely. Actually, the Sophia is one of my favorite flowers.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That's great. A name for that.
Yeah, there's a Sophia, a Blanche, Rose, and...
Oh, okay. That's cool.
And Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Yeah.
Nice. Aww.
Yeah.
Yay.
Golden Girls. Oh, there was a character on it that one of the love interests or whatever for the gals on Golden Girls, and I was like, oh, where do we know him from?
Oh, that guy,
and
right.
He was on Battlestar Galactica and
Danger Bay.
Danger Bay, and I'd forgotten all about Danger Bay, and Jason like queued it up on YouTube and just played like the tiniest little bit of the song, and I was like, oh my god, I loved that show. I think I maybe got to see pieces of like maybe 6 episodes, but holy smokes.
Trying to get the guy's name here real quick. Donnelly Rhodes.
Yep, he had like a real nice smile. He looked like a nice fella.
Nice fella.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good show.
And I never watched any of it. I don't.
Oh, right, because it's an island thing?
Yeah, and that's, I got thinking about it, and like that and Beachcombers, and there's probably one or two others that I never really got into.
Got to watch that.
And I think a big part of it is because I grew up in Alberta, and it always seems so foreign.
You guys were just watching just hockey.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
that's all you guys
Little House
do?
on the Prairie, sure.
Oh, really?
You know, stuff like that, and like
Uncle Larry loves Little House.
Trying to think of other Canadian shows back then. You know, that would have been.
I liked North of 60.
Yeah, okay. What was the other? Northern Exposure?
Yep.
I like that one.
Northern Exposure was
which
awesome.
was American. It was Alaskan, but it was basically Canadian. You know.
That fellow that winds up, he's like the pilot or something on that one. Or no, he's the doctor or something.
The doctor?
Yeah. And he winds up with Carrie Bradshaw from, what are the New York City gals that are always going out. There's like...
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to look at it.
There was another TV show that was like super duper Sex in the City.
Oh,
He winds up being like a boyfriend on the Sex in the City.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
like a pretty popular character.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just neat to see the old shows and then seeing like, hey, why do I know that person?
Yeah,
and, yeah, and he was like the smoker on Battlestar Galactica.
The doctor.
The doctor guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to try to find some old Danger Bay episodes, and there's some on YouTube. And
hard to find though,
some Beachcombers. Yeah.
I like Beachcombers for sure.
There's got to be archives out there somewhere.
Anyways, the raccoons are out there on YouTube, so if you guys want other quality Canadian content from the 80s.
I think they made new
90s.
Raccoons too, actually.
Oh, I hope so. I gotta get back on that. That's one of my crafting shows I'll put on in the background.
Golden Girls has been awesome for
background show.
At starting out as background, and they just get into it and just watch it.
It's so well written.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Yay. Classics.
On that note.
And wear your sunscreen and get outside, run around a little bit.
Yay.
And love you guys. Thanks for joining us for another episode. This one's a little longer than the last one, so.
I think this is number 90.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
What?
90.
Holy
90.
Doodle.
We talked, did we talk about any 90s stuff? A little bit.
90s. In the 90s.
When we were in the 90s. In the 90s.
Happy 90th, Jason.
Yeah,
cheers.
You too. All right.
Clink.
Remember your cheers rules. You know. Throwback to an episode from a little bit ago. I didn't have anything in my glass.
Uh-oh.
I think that's another cheers rule.
There we broke.
Can't clink with an empty glass. Or
broke
whatever.
it.
Thing.
I'm just having a little almond milk chai.
Oh, snap.
Not that they're a sponsor, but, you know.
Tazo. This drink.
Brought to you by...
This Slurpee drink.
The Friend Zone and Tazo.
Enjoy your tea in the Friend Zone.
Cheers to 90, guys.
Yay.
Thanks for sticking with us and sharing with your friends and the cool ones, though. No dicks.
Yeah, definitely no dicks.
And like and subscribe. It helps. We're supposed to tell you. Anyways.
I just got a message here from Steve.
Steve says.
I said, so we're just about to hit record on the podcast. Any last minute topics? He says, I just did a photo shoot for a local magazine yesterday. How about at what age should people stop taking your picture?
Never.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Never.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, not everybody's going to want to look when you're like all bones decaying into the ground or something. You know, don't like open up the casket and click. You know, get some shots, dig you up once a year.
A little death photo.
No, nice. I don't recommend that.
That's what that Civil War was about, that movie.
Nobody wants that. Death photos?
Sort of.
Oh.
It's all about journalists going through and like getting horror photos and stuff, but it's in America that it's
like
all
on
happening
Batman.
and stuff. Yeah.
When she got the pictures.
Exactly.
Like on Batman.
Yeah, the Court of Maltese. Exactly.
Now I want to watch that.
Okay.
Kim Basinger is gorgeous.
Oh my goodness.
She's
look at that.
so gorgeous.
Who's that? Vicky Vale. All right.
Okay.
Hit us up on our socials. Right about here somewhere.
Facebook and Instagram. And yeah, you can let us know what you'd rather, you know.
Yeah, would you rather? Friends or baking bread? But what did I say that right?
Friends or baking bread?
Baking bread.
Okay.
Baking
well, I do like baking bread. We were just talking about getting rid of the bread maker that we never use.
Oh, shit. See, there you go.
Okay, well, we got to go sort this out.
Burgers or ice cream? That was the other one. I just remembered.
I was like, right now? Like, is the dipped cone place open?
Yep.
I heard that there's dipped cones available now.
Again today.
Ah, shucks. Are you just saying that to, like, keep me in my... be able to do up my jeans?
Keep you out of cones.
You're like, oh, darn.
Yeah, because that's my MO.
I know. Yeah. You're like, hey, don't have tight pants. Makes you grumpy.
Yeah, I like tight pants.
Okay, guys. Well, we'll see you next week. Yay! And
love you all
proud
very
of you
much
for making it through another week.
Oh, yeah.
And
great job out there, everybody.
Yeah.
You're doing awesome.
Stay safe. Drink some water.
Yeah, there's a dimple underneath my eyes.
And yeah, we love you.
Yay! Have fun out there.
See you next week.
Yay! Love y'all.
Wrapping it up in a nice little bow. I really hope you liked all of our stories. We don't really have an outro yet. We hope we didn't cause too many bories. That's when you get bored and you're like, fuck this, and you space out and you look over there. You don't want to quit listening 'cause you love us and you're putting up with our shenanigans.